You threaten my people with slavery and death. Oh, I've chosen my words carefully, Persian. Perhaps you should have done the same.
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
This is Pauper!
Hey everybody, Shahrazamon in the house. Thank you, my friend, for this weird Wednesday show, or at noon. At least that's the same. I gotta thank you, supporters out there. I got this new, rocking this new Yeti mic. Let me know how it sounds. It should probably just sound exactly the same. It's a little higher to my face, so I was able to rise the computer up and get a little bit better angle. I want to apologize right out of the gates to Pauper, R. Bust, and Olesh, our supporters. There's a lot of you, so that's awesome. Thank you so much. But somewhere along the lines, I just forgot to put them on the thing. And so, yeah, there's that. Anyway, today's the community show. Very highly requested. I try not to overdo it, but about every, Shiraz, maybe 2 months we do this. Where, and I'm going to try to kind of pad the top of the show here to get everybody ready. So get your deck ready. There's no tournament today, but take your biggest rogue list and something you just want to try out and challenge away. So I'm Deluxikoff online. I know it's Pauperganda here, but hopefully we get some new viewers. And next week, I think we're going to go back to the Fridays at 12 for all of you hardcore fans out there that just missed the old thing. We had about a 2-month long meandering about trying to find new homes, new viewers, that sort of thing. On a private note, my cough is back with a vengeance. I don't know what the F happened, so hopefully I don't have to do much of that. In other news, the Pure Pauper tournament that was scheduled for the 25th or the 24th is now the 31st. I put up a new video about that. And so that's kind of the maintenance at the top of the show there. Let me know if everything's looking and sounding good there, Shiraz. I'd appreciate it. Let the Little Fight know, but I'm not sure if he's around today. So, without further ado, this I took to a 2-2 finish. I think I had all right, cool. I had a bit of Little Ritas to thank for that last night. Didn't really cost me any plays, but I was just kind of feeling a little tired and such. I just got back from Colorado. Oh my God, what a gorgeous state. Been there before, but not for that long. Anyway. So I just made this because, me and Infect, I'm always trying to Infect. So I got 17 basics in this, all 4 dispels, 4 ponders, and 4 preordains. I really had to fit 2 more of these in here because we only run 8 creatures, Blighted Agent and Ichor and there's no real way to get them back. We have a ton of ways to stop things from happening, but let me go over the list real quick. So the reason we're playing this, the whole reason the Catalyst began, Unstable Mutation, really unblue-like. I mean, it can get there on its own. On a 1-1 dude, you got 4-4, then 3-3, then 2-2, and it's usually over, and that's without any other help. I used to run 4 Bone Splitters. I just needed to find ways to get more consistency in finding it, so upon a preordain going for that. Anyway, we got 4 Mutagenics, 2 Bone Splitters. Now, you'll notice the 2 drops it's all about the 2 drops. Even if I had a... what would you call it, almost a better card option in 1, or if it was tied, I would almost go for 2. We're already weak to Delver, Fae, and all that stuff, so what's good about this is usually ask for a hard counter. But why? Because we're running 3 Muddle the Mixture. So between Counterspell, Muddle the Mixture, and Dispel, it can put up a pretty good fight. Usually a lot of times you don't even have to protect your stuff, you can just counter it. But when you don't need to, we can go search for both of our creatures. We can find 2 bits of removal and snap, 2 bits of protection and Apostle's Blessing. Sometimes if they're on 1 color deck and you can push right through. Very cool. From our top of the show, gosh darn it, what was his name? I had it written in front of me and I tossed that note just a minute ago. I apologize. But this slipped through my fingers. Wings of Velasvel, pretty cool. Instant Shapeshifter. You just want to do this first. You don't want to boost a bunch of stuff and then do this because then it changes its stats. But if you change the stats first and then go for it, it's all good. Excuse me. I'm telling you, I think I'm coming down with something. Anyway. And the other nice little piece of tech, Nurok Stealth Suit. This is really cool. It helps when you have a little bit of flood issues and you leave it out there and you can leave it unequipped if you've got enough mana for it, because believe it or not, a lot of people, they'll point a scred at this, and then for 2 blue, you just doink, and it eats the spell, and then it's good to go from there. Can be a little counterproductive. That's why there's only 1 in here. A lot of times the ideal play is you get a big old dude out, you unstable mutate him, and then boom, you go like that. So, oh, nice. We used it when you first started playing. Sweet. And then the sideboard, I got 4 Hydroblast. 2 Contentious Planned. This is just a throw it in there against Tron. Like a lot of times I'll get to 9 Infect and then the counter wars happen, and it's just a nice way to proliferate your way to victory. 4 Fadeaways. Not messing about. I played Elves twice and I beat it twice, and this never came up, so maybe it's not needed. But I lost real bad to RDW with this list. So, and then the gut shot. So wow, my first live propaganda is sneak fast. That is the whole reason we're doing these weird shows. So thank you for joining us. And if you want, if you're online right now, this is the community show. So we're just I'm either gonna play a random stranger. There's no tournament today, or if you wanted to try out your own brew, bring it on. So let us know in the chat if anybody wants to be the first. Doesn't mean I'm going to play this. One thing I've taken to doing, a lot of the decks I like to play often, I put an underscore, if you notice over here, just because the way I've got so many lists, I need them to go up to the top of the deck. There's another list I can describe as so I'm just waiting for somebody to challenge me. If I get to the end of this list, then I'm just going to go into the what do you call the interface, and I'm going to just play somebody random, and they will not know that they're on Propaganda, but not that that's that big of a deal. All right, so well, screw this. It doesn't want to agree with me here. This is another deck I've been working on. I call it Tribe Tree. We are using the engine of the Astrolabe. Thank you for that, Sneak Fast. Yeah, if you want to play, man, just log on to MTGO and find my user and challenge me directly to a Pauper match, and you'll be the first one in the queue if you want to. Not sure if you've got that in front of you. Sometimes people, we entertain them with the old, what do you call, just wasting time at work. Hopefully we're helping people through their day. But anyway, so this has the tribe engine with where is it? This one. Treefolk Umbra. Very cool. Gets there all by itself a lot of times. And because we're running creatures that we want to... actually, wait. Is that the right one? What's Seeker of the Way doing in this list? That was, I think, this is the Midnight Tribe. This is the one I meant to talk to you guys about. It's another deck, but it runs Tireless Tribe and Midnight, and then the Bodyguard. And so both combos are here, where you're able to steal Trick from Methonical's Hexproof list and run both Astrolabe and Abundant Growth to really hit our mana nice and tight. Both combos are here on both of our creatures. We're able to do this. We're able to go find the keys and stuff. Very cool deck. I'm very tempted to play it. It tends to win a lot more than it looks like it should. So that being said, I haven't gotten a challenge yet, so I'm just going to run on over to Constructed, and I will, let's see what deck we're going to play here first. I probably shouldn't announce it because, I guess we'll just try that one first. Let's see. And I called that one Midnight Tribe. Now, if you've got a cooler name than that, I don't think there is one. So I'm going to do that. We're going to say create. It says Propaganda, you see. And if anybody's out there wanting to join us, this is how we're rolling. Let me get this synced up here to the aspect ratio so we're not looking like a bad idea. All right, we'll do that. And hope somebody drops by. I was a little crossing my fingers this morning with the Wednesday shows because, you know, they do the big software updates on Wednesday. And I was like, oh, crap, is it going to run right over noon? But about 9:30 a.m. my time is when it came through. So we're going up against the Restus Vampirus. I know I'm butchering the name of that, but we'll see how this goes here. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, nice little wonky start screen. We'll go from here. We will kill this. And we're going to go like this. No, my nose is running. Apologies. So we've got one piece of it. 2 pieces. We just need to find the creature. I'm actually going to keep this. One of the neat things about these shows, you can just kind of play pretty chill. No big issues here. We'll lean on the Astrolabe and try to be unoriginal bastards about it. Everybody's got these going on. And we'll draw the card here. Oh, and while we got everybody in chat, if you remember back when Odin Makes, my buddy who has a crazy successful YouTube channel, if you like anything to do with prop making or cosplay, that sort of thing, highly recommend Odin Makes on YouTube. But he did us a huge solid a while back and made Bone Splitter for us, if you remember that. Very cool. And they're looking for another one. Magic actually went to him and was requesting one, but they're more about Arena. So if you play Arena and there's something that just kind of screams, I don't know what am I trying to say here? There's something that screams like a, like the Astrolabe. I mean, you could make that, but it really doesn't do anything. So right now, I think the front runner is one of the Teferi, what do you call, Planeswalkers, the staff that he's holding. So I'm going to suggest he made a sausage tree. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to make, right? But so I'm going to try to get him to that end of the day. I know I put it on Facebook, and I don't know what it is. You guys all our fans are very mousy. They don't usually up and come out and say stuff. So I really mean it when I'm like, hey man, we want your opinions. We want your just throw something out there, and we'll see if it can go from there. So yeah, I know, Shiraz, I'm that way too, man. Got to say something. And now my oldest is off to college in about 2 more days. And so here we've got our little combo here, and we've got protection in the dude. So we'll be dropping this on this next turn, and I might as well thin out our deck and not play the lands. We'll go get some planes, and maybe I think I've got a mountain stuffed in here just to make them worried. Go like this, cycle this. Even though we're pitching a lot of stuff to try, but I also don't really want to draw much more of it. So we'll go like this and then attack. Get 1 damage in here. Woo! But yeah, this one's pretty spicy. It's I don't know if I got the balls to play it yet. It has everything to get there. Little mix and match. It's like the double combo. Tree and Bodyguard serves double backup. We've got Presence of God and Treefolk. Never dead by themselves. What's really nasty about Treefolk Umbra, it's already hard enough to kill the Tireless Tribe, but then like sometimes Doomblade can, if it's not damage based, it can be the problem. But it's got totem armor. It's like, and it's back. Okay, well, let's see. That is going to be hitting for 4, so we're going to have to discard something here. We'll discard a forest. Rock like this. Might be more appropriate. I just want to save that Bodyguard. Never know when this kind of stuff's going to go down. So he's going to be hitting us for 4. Got him for 1, and he gets the life out of it too. It's going to take quite a bit of swings with the Tireless Tribe here, just because of the life-gaining ability of the Scourge there. We'll have to see what we can see. Be curious, if you're watching this on YouTube later, or you watch the show a lot, first of all, thank you. Sorry if I get a little monotonous, but it would be very cool too to know if you notice an audio difference. I'm just playing with the mic settings. There's not much to figure out, but what are you going to do? All right, we'll bring in the Umbra. And we'll be attacking. I'm sure he's going to block here. Coming on in for 3. Yeah, tomorrow they're heading off to the big college experience. I have to stay behind and be a working man, and then I'm flying up to see him, so that's why there's no show this weekend. That's why I'm doing it today, Wednesday. But we'll be back Saturday, Sunday, with tears in our eyes of the whole emptiness syndrome. I better watch my life here. I'm just sitting here massaging the storylines here. And Rod of the Wizard, the show is a version of Midnight Combo. Yes, it's I call it Midnight Tribe. It uses both Tribe and Presence of Gone combo, which I'm no stranger to. And hopefully there's some good effects. I might have to drop that Gone and just get some blockers out there pretty soon here. Pretty hard to kill that Tireless Tribe. I know Kung Fu Trees, the player online a couple months back, ran like some version of it without it, even didn't have the combo in it, just to scare people out of it. But it doesn't look like we're going to be doing much here. All right, well, I'm going to feel like a fool if we draw Midnight, but I just need some blockers here, so I'm going to put this on the Bodyguard just to try to generate some sort of offense. Problem being, even though this deals damage that way, I still won't be able to block him, so that blows. I'll make it right now, and we'll go from there. Don't think we're going to pull out of this one. Got too much unblockability here. We're taking 5 no matter what. Liquid Divago. Hey, welcome back and good luck on the match. Yeah, well, we're not playing a tournament. Today's the community show, so if you're just joining us, like Rat of the Wizard, Liquid Vago, sneak fast. If you're online, get your favorite deck ready and just get ready to challenge me and call it out in the chat. Say I got next. It's our little community show that a lot of people like when we do these. So we're going to challenge away. Otherwise, I'll just play Perfect Strangers for 3 or 4 rounds, and then we'll call it a day just to show off, instead of one deck, like 5 or 6. So, all right, let's take out this and block here, and hopefully he doesn't have any creatures. I doubt it. Actually, I actually believe that was a misplay. I should have blocked the Sentinel, because if he doesn't have a creature, plays a green spell, it doesn't matter. We're dead here anyway. I sure wish Vines of Vastwood worked. I mean, a Benevolent Bodyguard worked like Vines of Vastwood, and I could make his creatures protected from something. That would be epic. I'm just curious, after we get clobbered here, what we're going to see. Okay, well, that was that. That would have probably found us the other one. So, all right. It's all right. I think we'll be all right. We've got the Prismatic Strands. We'll bring that in. I'm going to bring in some Lone Missionaries just for chump blocking. Don't really have to worry about too much on the Bodyguard. I'll take one of those out. One Skyfisher out. And let me lose one presence. We've got 4 Commune with the Gods, which is really cool because it throws Prismatic Strands in the yard and such. So I'm thinking I'm liking that. We'll see. Duke Pair, there any basics at the moment? Is this all snow and Tron lands? Right now I'm just on all snow here. Some Ash Barrens too, but not quite sure. But yeah, please don't be shy if you're in the chat. You want to play, just say, hey, I got next, and we'll go from there. No bouncy screen. All right, hopefully we can win these 2 out. Our mana's right. We got both pieces of the combo again, and we'll keep. What's cool about Tireless Tribe, if you got excess stuff, you just pitch it to the tribe. That's why I kind of lean on that a little bit more, depending. Okay, we'll lead off with here, drop here, and go from this. Show us something good. At least we've got a sky engine, a little draw engine, and go find something for these auras to stick on. Let's see if they overboard. All right, Vault Scourge. We've got Gerancer and Skyfisher. A more ridiculous flyer I have never seen, with its quote-unquote drawback. You know what? I'm actually after the card draw here. I'm going to play this, bring back the Astrolabe, and then we'll go from there. Next turn we can always double play it if we don't hit our land drop. I mean, we're probably going to double play it no matter what. We'll see. Woo! Yeah, we got a new Ethernet cable thanks to our supporters. Got all kinds of new hardware, so it should be looking and sounding and being faster than ever right now. In theory. All right, we got our blocker out. Stompy has really benefited from the last few sets, especially Savage Swipe. I'm new to MTGO. I don't want to ruin the show. Oh, no. Hey, man, you'll make me feel good if I can steamroll somebody, right? We need some fast matchups. Not to say that would happen. All right, let's go from here. How do you think I feel? A lot of times I bring Rogue, pay for it, and then crash and burn in front of all of you. That's what it's all about. Okay, let's do this. I'm tempted to just bring out... Nah, that's folly. Let's bring out the tribe. Next turn we'll have issues to deal with. So one of the big differences I made to my list last night, and I was wondering, like, why didn't I notice the change-ups? I put Giga Drows in my blue Infect list because against those, like Demir-style decks, and they just counter, kill, and then you get to that stage where they're mystical teachings for counter spells, and nothing's going your way. You've got to be able to have that, page from Tireless Tribe where you just tap all their stuff and then Alpha Strike. So, Adrian Wayne, try Whiteout to pump Tribe. Yeah, I mentioned Whiteout a few years ago with Snowlands before everybody was running them with Wild Mongrel. There's a pretty nice way to kill somebody with that combo too. Yeah, I know I saw that on somebody's feed. I forget the name, but I think we shared it. And yeah, I'll block this. I don't want life happening. If he's got vines, all right, we've got another Skyfisher behind that. Thank you, Shiraz. Johnny on the spot with that, my friend. All right. I got all kinds of new names in the chat. So yeah, if you're just joining us, you want to play, we're just doing the community show today, so grab your deck, get ready. Friend Deluxecoff, right click, say challenge. Oh, not yet. Sneak fast, I appreciate it, but not yet. Let me, just a sec, buddy. you got next. So Sneak Fast has next round. I'll write that down. This is Stompy. Believe me, buddy, I'll give you time, but that's the spirit. And let's go from here. All right. Whoa, we got everything we need. Isn't this a nice problem to have? Well, we're at 20. Feeling pretty good. If he's got something like Savage Swipe, boy, it's going to show up in droves with Midnight Guard. But I'm going to go for that for the volume because he's going to have blockers all day long. So you could drop Skyfisher, return this, get 4 life. We'll save that for the next turn because we've got the win next turn if we can drop that. And since we didn't see a Vines of Vastwood, that would have been the play. We probably would have seen it. So I'm pretty sure, unless he top decks it right now, we're feeling all right. Just trying to let you in a little bit of the thought process of this old bald noggin. Yeah, it's funny as this, whiteout almost unplayable for so long, and then it's like, oh, now snowlands are a thing, and very cool options. Well, I'm just going to preserve my life total here. We'll discard. Let's see. We'll discard the Umbra. I've already got one. How intimidating is that? It's like, oh, there's part of my combo. Guess what I've got? Probably another one. Man, Tireless Tribe. That's a lot of card for 1 white. That's so hard to kill. Ridiculous. All right. Well, let's see if these got it. I'm either going to get the concession or Vines of Vastwood. All right. So we win. We'll just pass the turn here. Great to see you on. Hey, great to have you on, Jared Gel. Nice to see you. And we've got the community thing going on, so I'm getting repetitive, but, we got people finding out we're on today, which is weird on Wednesday, right? But it's a community show, so if you want to challenge me, who is it? Sneak Fast has the next game, but after that we're wide open, so take that weird little rogue deck you've always wondered about and see what you can see. I'm not surprised he didn't have it just because of that first turn and losing the Scourge with Rancor on it. I think if he had Vines, he would have played it right there, and so I guess we'll just see if we can show him the loop here and at least kill a Nest Invader and see what happens. Sure feel a lot better with Bodyguard out, but what are you going to do? Let's make this. And hopefully some of you out there have never seen this combo work. Remember, I remade Rallygond. Okay, so we're 1-1. Let's see. That was an L and a W, and now we're going into the third. I remade Rallygond. This is like... this isn't it, but for those of you that know about my Rallygond deck, for the longest time, it played Paladin Mycoderm, and there was a way you were supposed to build it. And I do that in quotes. I just, me, I hate that stultified mindset of like, oh, this deck's done. And it's like, no. Started throwing some bodyguards in there, mixed up the colors, had some real big success with it. Then Methodical came around, really fixed up the mana base, and had a lot more success and became a thing. But one of the things that's naturally bad to is Tron. So we just hope we don't face that. We're going to hit this here. This is kind of a version of that. But yeah, the Presence of Gong combo is pretty nasty. It's a lot like the, what was it? The Pestermite combo or something like that. Hempfoo in the house. All right. Thank you for your support, my friend. Okay, so we've got, this is why I love Commune with the Gods. If you follow me at all, I love Faithless Looting for the same reason. Hey, let me go get this stuff. And then all the stuff I'm throwing out, hey, it helps. So we're going to keep this. Going to toss things like Prismatic in the yard for against an aggressive deck like Stompy. It's a very cool thing. So yeah, this is a deck I just, I play it because it sounds so damn cool. I came up with the moniker Midnight Tribe. It's like, oh, dude, who doesn't want to be part of a Midnight Tribe? Sounds awesome. So can't wait to hear wait for Pauper on Arena. Can't challenge on this here on this community show because I'm done with this client. Oh, Sarawatobu. Sorry about that. All right. Let me, I guess we'll just drop an Astrolabe and hope for a basic. All right. So now, opposite of the last time, the last two games, we've had the enchantment, had to find the creature. Now we've got the creatures, got to find the enchantments. But that's okay because we got Commune with the Gods, we got Ash Barrens, Abundant Growth, Astrolabe, draw. Hopefully we turn over a Prismatic Strands and can stay nice and safe. Yeah, it's tough to go. It's like playing Pauper, and then if you play any sort of dumbed down version of Pauper, like standard Pauper, it's like going from like a Ferrari to like, a moped. You're like, yeah, I can get there a little faster than walking, but I'm not quite sure it's for me. But you play it in a vacuum long enough, it sure feels that way. Very good times. I'm just going to play this. Let's slow roll this a little bit. We'll go green on this. drop here. Hopefully we just draw another land. That's kind of why I'm trying to go this route. Okay, well, we'll bring out the tribe just for a blocker. I can always... Tireless Tribe and Prismatic are kind of made for each other too. You never know. They might have some Alpha Strike Savage Swipe turn where they just got some elephant token and everything goes crazy and you just discard. No green. I'm good. Woo! And I know in the past I've always been quite the proponent, or I mean the non-advocate, I can't quite think of the word right now, of MTGO client, but I have to admit, boy, it's been rock solid the last few months, if not year, for me anyway. I know I've heard about bugs here and there, I just never experienced any. All mirrors, you should never kill each other. Oh, I get it. Okay, in Standard Pauper. Yeah, I lean on the life gain package, and when the little bit I do play Arena, which isn't very often. Okay, so we kind of like this play. They're taking their whole turn to take out our flexibility, I guess would be the case. One of the points a lot of riders have made too is like, you know, it's like that's why it's so hard to combat Astrolabes, because it's like you got to kind of take a card in a turn and it's replaced itself, and you know, and that's if it works. Like, I mean, if you look at our hand, we're fine still. We've got plenty of ways to get colors, but I think that's why the card is just so frustrating, because it's just like, oh, come on, you know, it's like we got come out with a solution and then they just redraw, boom, 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 and they're up a card. Now they're up 2 cards, and you're just like, geez, and I thought I brought in hate. All right, so we're down to 16. We'll drop an Astrolabe, and then we'll drop another one after that. Just trying to hit another mana. I'm not too worried. We can always discard Prismatic Strands. Go from there. Well, we can't do much there, can we? Actually, does this make Snowland? It does. Okay. Always kind of wondered about that. Never came up till just now. Boop. We can drop it with an Ash Barren and some help. Okay. Well, we got everything we need. We just need some mana. I don't think it's worth attacking. I'm going to sit back. I'll block that Quarian Ranger. Prevent some damage here. Having a little bit of hard times trying to fight. So, like, let's say now maybe he's got another Gleeful Sabotage. It's like, okay, well, that's 2 cards, and you cut me out of what, half of my mana? I mean, I can commune and go probably find another one. It's, I don't know, it's just not that impressive to me. I've never been a big fan of Gleeful Sabotage anyway, but what do I know? Nest Invader showing up. Okay. We just need to find a mana here. He's probably, I think he's sitting back on vines. My goodness. Well, I'm going to just get some life here to buy some more time. We could commune, but I don't want to turn over a bunch of lands. Let's do this. And get our little dudes on board. This way we can block like crazy. But just the way the person's playing, I'm pretty sure they're just hoarding a vines here. So, and in a pinch, you know, sometimes you got the Midnight Guard out there and you've got the combo in hand, so you commune for a Bodyguard. Yeah, you're still going to lose the card if they do a vines, but with other combos it does work. Must have it this time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. What do we got here? Hunger showing up. All right. Well, hopefully he goes all out. We can block the Ranger Invader and not take anything and take out 2 guys with the Prismatic Strands play. We'll see. I'm going to have to discard it sooner or later. Might as well be now. I think I might, let me discard this. Sure, I'll just call green. Just buying time, buying time. Now if I commune, it'll be a little bit more, because we've got 3 more prismatics that we can turn over. Be real careful when you click on these colors. I wish those were spread out a little bit more. One of the other things I wish about the interface, I know I was just talking about how robust it's been lately. When you right click here, I wish concede game and yield were way further apart, because boy, there's been some times when I'm like, whoa, 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 yeah, have a pretty close call there. So, whoo. Okay, 1 card left. We all know what it is. It's Vines of Vastwoods, folks. All right, just on time. Boink. Ready? Well, let's get our combo out. I'll bring out the white. Boop. Hit this. plenty of life here. We've got plenty of blockers too. Pretty formidable board. I mean, the Missionary is a little fragile, but Savage Swipe might take out a Midnight Guard, but we've got another one in our hand, so we're feeling all right. Don't want to attack in anything with a Quirion Ranger on the other side of the board. It's nice to see Stompy back. I gotta be honest. Goes away for months at a time, comes back, shows everybody what speed's all about. Good times. I know, was it 2 weeks ago? I think Player Dissonance got first in the challenge. It's one thing. I'll probably start playing a lot more challenges now that my oldest is out and everything's kind of calming down. Even my awesome job that I've been talking about is really going to start slowing down, unfortunately. Not going to go away, but it's... All right, so we got 2 Gons. Let's just see if he's got it. Point. Show us your vines. Come on. You got to have it. Oops, we win. All right. I guess, maybe he's got some super alpha strike. If he's got like double vines, Silhana here, we will lose. But outside of that, I think we got this one. All right, so starting off with a victory. Too bad it's not for money, but what are we going to do? Okay, sneak fast. I am ready now, sir, if you would like to challenge just as you did. We'll go from there and see what happens. Let me change the decks here and see what I'm going to choose. Let me try... I'll try this other deck here. I think they targeted it the first game, didn't they, Shiraz? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go with this. We're going to call this Blue Blitz 2 and say accept. All right, Sneak Fast, great to play you. Thank you for stepping up. And if you want the next game, just call it out in chat. Say, hey, I want to play the next game. We'll have a commercial break between now and then, so you guys can get all ready. No bouncy screens, and we're off to go against Sneak Fast. So this isn't Blue Blitz as you're used to it. What I did was I really liked unblockability, and I got rid of the prowess engine, and I'm using Slither Blade. How rogue crappy is that? But I kind of like it. We're going to keep this. Hopefully we can just drop a Delver and put a cloud on it after it flips and be good to go. So yeah, the Sliver Blade is a 1/2. And hey, look at that, Shirazamon, right on it. I believe it's called I think it's called Sliver Blade. I know some Naya Rogue or something, but it's a 1/2 that is unblockable. So it's out of Electrickery range, right out of the gates, and I built the whole deck about just kind of keeping things straight and narrow and unblockable. So hopefully this flips and we can... Yeah. All right. So this flips. Woo! Here we go. We got ourselves a good time. Let's go see if we can find something else. Preordaining. Probably one of the best blue spells there is. Throw these both on the bottom. Got plenty of lands. Don't need them. I'm going to do this while I've got an opening here. I'm going to save the mutagenic for combat tricks. 4 is enough. There it is. Yeah, not bad for 1 blue. Especially when you're playing things like this, and it can be a 2/3, and then we've got unstable mutation and stuff like that. So that's kind of the whole MO of the deck. Actually, Delver is the easiest to block creature in this whole list. Everything else has shadow or it can't be blocked. I remember him was a house in Amonkhet draft. Oh, really? I didn't know it was ever a house, so that's good to know. Yeah, especially any format where you get a lot of creatures online. It's going to be good times. So this deck, that's why I used to run Careful Study. Sometimes you just want to have ways to get rid of those extra islands. But so he's got a Delver of his own, but it's of the Ground Persuasion and the Foundry Street Denizen. Very cool card. Fragile, but very powerful. And we're off. Okay, so, I think I'll save that for a trick. We'll rock like this. Maybe even Vapor Snag our own dude. Come on in for 4. Sarah Angel every turn with Shroud ain't nothing to laugh about. I guess it doesn't. It's not Sarah Angel. I'm just trying to act old school for the sake of it. I mean, it does tap. I cannot get enough coffee. There's a neat dichotomy here. It's like, do you take 2 life or do you take 2? Take a dude out. Now, do they go crazy with Bushwhacker and company? We shall see. But without any help, even from our hand, you could see we got him on a 2-turn clock if that other Delver flips. Actually, we've got him on it no matter what. So So this is when I really like to bounce that street. We'll be taking 4 here, but not much more. Hopefully. If we can flip this, it'll be good times. What's cool about these little community shows, one, I get to play people that like the show, and that's awesome. But the other thing is, every round we can play something different. The opponent's playing something different, and you just get this smorgasbord of like if you know somebody looking to get into Magic Online Pauper, these are good shows to point them to, so they can just in like an hour or two go, holy crap, that was like 10 decks I really liked. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe they're like, man, that looks like crap. Maybe more of the route. Okay, let me choose blockers first. Then I'll do the trick so that if he roasts them, we're still even life there. We'll take 2 anyway. We might as well try to take a dude with us. See if we can draw out a trick or 2. We'll flag that. This way, unless there's some sort of trick involved, we're only going to take 2, hopefully. And they take 1. Not a bad ratio. But is our Delver going to live? Whoa, okay, cool. Tough decision to make. I was joking around in the Pauper Classic Tuesday last night, and I was laughing because I never played blue until they banned Daze and Gush and all the like hardcore blue cards, and I feel kind of more like, okay, now I'm ready to brew with this stuff. We'll say no on that. What a bummer. Probably just going to leave that to block the Foundry Street here. Let's attack. Could stay back and just eat their good stuff, but Bushwhacker or a Mog Raider shows up. I'm not going to feel that good about that decision. So same here. It's like, what do? Do you, it depends. If he drops a Bushwhacker, then I'll probably get a little scared and trade the Foundry Street for the Delver. But if it flips, we just win the game. Outside of a Lightning Bolt. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I like the old Mog War Marshal art. Always leaning the way he's tapping. We're going this way, folks. Down comes this, triggering that. All right. What's making you laugh there, Jared Gel? Sometimes I'm a wee bit delayed, so I don't get the punchline vibe. All right. Down comes this. What do we got? Is this going to be a Bushwhacker death coming up? Let's see. That's one deck that, yep. Oh, boy, that's pretty. It's one deck that likes me a lot is Goblins. I always do, usually 3-2 or better with it. Even in a heavy fog field or a lot of life gaining. It's very cool. I got just obliterated by my favorite card in red, Death Spark, the other day. That is a great card in Goblins. All right, so now we've got a block. I don't know if we can even survive this. What is this? 2, 4, 6, 9, 12. We'll be at 1 if we block this. We'll block here. I haven't seen any of the tripping goblins here. I wonder if it's a thing or not. So this is when the deck will really falter. If I draw Unstable Mutation now, it's like, well, there goes your little protection idea. Now you can't go for the win because of the Shroud, but sometimes. I like Cripple Blue as well. Nice. Yeah, it's just... Okay, good for him. All right, well, we're down against, let's see, what would that be? Goblins, I'll just call it. Put a big old L there. Just keep score just for the hell of it. We can refresh things here. All right, well, I'm going to bring in the Hydroblast for sure. I'm going to take out all the Dispels. Most of the stuff we're going to be battling sorcery or permanent based, and I might regret it here or there, but for the most part, here's the card I was talking about, Slitherblade. This is just a rogue list. It says right there, rogue. But it's a 1/2 unblockable. Our other creature is the Infiltrator Core, unblockable. And the other creature is the Delver, which is the easiest blockable. Why are we doing this? Well, Clout the Dominus is, I think it's my frame today and what my bald head's sitting inside of. We've got that and Unstable Mutation to really make these guys, make blue feel like it's stompy with counter spells and ways to infiltrate things. So could bring in the stealth suit, use that here too, but this is mostly for like Boros or just USA decks. What I mean by that is kill everything, and Stormbound's going to be completely dead here, so we need to be able to block stuff. I'm really surprised more people aren't playing Frost. I think it's Frostburn Weird. It's a 2 red or 2 blue, and it's a 1/4 that can pump. Used to just be everywhere. Hex and Rouge in the house. Hey, what's up? If you want the next game, my friend, we're wide open. We're playing the community show today, so if you've got a deck that you want to play me against, I'm just going to load up random decks and play about 3 more rounds here. That way we can showcase a lot of different lists. All right, so we're going to be able to see the little 1-2 punch here. We'll keep this. Yeah, that's the one. It's just off people's radar. That's a great card if you're in mono blue, mono red, or the combination of the two. Hell of a lot of card. Here comes Slitherblade. What more do you want for 1 mana, right? Out of Electrickery range, and it can't be blocked. And it's one of those cards, if it doesn't have anything on it, it's usually too late if it has something on it, but you feel kind of dirty for getting rid of it. You're like, I can take 1 every turn. What a dumb card. I'm not going to waste a lightning bolt on it, and then boop, you're dead. That's the theory. And thanks to people like Hex and Rouge and Jared Gel, we've got this new Yeti microphone. Hopefully I'm looking and sounding better than ever. We got a new cable too, so don't have any hiccups of the wondering if we're streaming. Let's suspend that. And not plugged in Persuasion. So I'm wondering if that's worth it. We're probably going to take quite a bit more next turn. I'm just wondering if it's better to just block. I think I'm just going to hold back. Either ask for a lightning bolt or take out his good dude, because 1 mana here, we're at least going to take 3 if we don't, and that's not worth 1. Plus, we've already got a creature online. I'll preordain for maybe like a Dispel or a Hydroblast. That's right, we got rid of Dispel, and so we can keep our dudes safe. Okay, hey, all right, they're playing it. Bad news for us, they're playing that. So now they can attack with Abandon, Mog Raider, Mog Sledders. Amazing cards. Ooh, gotta stay above probably about 9 life. Otherwise we'd be hurting with the Goblin Grenade. Audio's good on my end. Oh yeah, I'm just wondering if it's a little too hot, a little too cold. I'll monitor it later and see how things add up. But other problem with Mog Raider and company in the house is snap and stuff. If they're really diligent, they can just get rid of it. Yeah, it costs them a Goblin, but it doesn't let you untap, so catch a lot of people off guard with that move sometimes. All right, that's enough islands for the rest of the game, please. Let's go find some way to protect our dude. Well, that's not gonna do it, but I'm gonna say top. I know it's kind of weird. We'll draw it. At least see one more card. All right, I like that because that'll come out next turn. Yeah. All right, I'll say top, and I'm just going to use it as a blocker again. Could have snapped there, cost some tempo. I'm just looking to buy time. Ooh, yeah, it's just night and day, the difference in just the quality of the production of from a Bluetooth. Nothing against Bluetooth. It's a good little mic for starting things off. My son had one, so I just used it. It was didn't have any hiccups or issues, and did well for what, 2 or 3 years. But moving on up, doing a lot more audio work too. So it's nice to have a mic that can kind of do it all. But so far, can't recommend it enough. And I got the jet black one, so all my stuff's just nice midnight black, so good times. Hexen Rouge, you want to be next? You're next, my friend. I'll write you down. Hexen is up next, but we're going to go roll to, it might have been you that was missing our astronaut skit about moon cheese babies. Some people are scratching their head going, what on earth is this guy talking about? So I found it, and so that'll be our first commercial. I'm going to go get some more tissues for my nose. I think I'm coming down with something, and get a coffee refill, and it'll be about a 2 or 3 minute break, and we'll be back. But then, yeah, Hex and Rouge, be all set and ready and such. If you want a ghost, that's fine. Prefer you not, but whatever. I know I'm get diarrhea of the mouth, and so a lot of times I'll okay, well, I definitely don't want to return that one. Sometimes I'll give like an audio play-by-play, and so you don't even have to be ghosting. You're kind of like, uh-oh, I better not attack this turn. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this one. Beat Stompy. What do you know? Blue decks have an issue against red. Maybe I should put some Weatherseed Fairies in this. So Moon Cheese Babies hype. It always surprises me how much that's just become kind of like the hardcore propaganda oldies skit. Like people that have been there forever. I love it. Well, I don't want to return Bushwhacker. I think I'll sit on this. Oh, that's right. That happens every few months. Hit them on. Okay. Got it written down. Woo! I'm not that kind of person. Oh, that's fine. I'm just trying to fill air with banter, my friend. I guess it doesn't really matter because nothing's on the line. These are just fun ways to showcase new decks. So, well, hopefully, what do you think? There are sitting on Goblin Grenade, maybe? That is a sorcery, as we painfully learned about 4 weeks ago, and I thought I had it, and it was like, I think it cost me the game or something, so keep that in mind. There's no S in Goblin Grenade, but there is a sorcery. All right, well, I'm just going to sit back on that. It's a very scary race right now, but we can at least bounce a conscripts. Oh, to be flooded. Okay, there it comes that. What do we have here? I'm going to just buy some time here. We're flooded, they're flooded. Not sure what's going on here. We'll bounce this. Not much need to untap, but if you're ever in this scenario, you can sacrifice it, and then this untap thing doesn't happen. Especially if they're at 2 and you know they've got a handful of spell stutter sprites and counter spells. Can be the opening you're looking for, but all thanks to cards like Maugreater and Sletter. That's just buying us a wee bit of tempo. We got them on a 3-turn clock. If nothing happens, we're on a 3-turn clock. Kind of like this. Alright, we'll attack here. This will add a little bit of pain, but you got to remember we're probably at 4 life right now because of Goblin Grenade. So I think we're going to lose this one. I like their board a little bit more than ours. Maybe they just got 2 up mountains as well. But those matching lands, pretty cool artwork actually. A little forest mist coming on through there. Woo! All right. So Bushwhacker for the win. Maybe, maybe not. Don't ever forget, if you're across the board from something like this, you can always Pyroblast the Clout and then kill the thing. But it does cost you 2 cards. There is that. So he could hit us for 5 here in response to this and backing everything up, but we'll see how things go. But this is when the deck feels a little wonky. Like I said last game, if we draw something like an Unstable Mutation now, it's like, well, it doesn't have hexproof, it has Shroud, so it's a pretty dead card if we draw it now. So that's why I think the original Blue Blitz got there. It just got there because of the Prowess engine and everything was more organic. But then, you know, especially with the metagame right now, you just want to do stuff. Get so tired of little misclick there. It's easy to do. Done it plenty, my friend. You gotta be careful which goblin you're clicking when. All right, we're at 7. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got the grenade because I think minus that error, if they would have flipped the other one, they could have got us to 5 and then flung the last one. We'll see. All right, well, this is going to be interesting. We can just hardcast this. And hope that they don't know what Shadow does, or the lack of what Shadow can do, meaning block. It's like, look at my 3-1. I'm just going to run you down, sucker. Regardless. Really nothing else to do. You might argue, I don't know. At least we'll see where our opponent's head's at. I was going to say, you might as well argue that you could suspend it, but they're dead next turn anyway. Actually, the best play there might have been to just stay back. Now I'm tapped out, and if he's got like a Bushwhacker, at least we would be able to put up. All right, so we lose. There's just too much on the board if he sees it. Now click real slow, sneak fast. I know this is when it hits. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. There's 4 damage right there. So I don't see a grenade. He doesn't even need the grenade. War Marshal and the other goblin and the other goblin, and that one's plenty right there. A lot of people don't get goblin math. It's like if you have 5 creatures and I have 6, and one of those raiders or sledders out, game's over. I'll let him redeem his little misclick there, which, believe me, if you're watching this today, later on YouTube, a year from now, just be super slow and precise and just measured when you're clicking on these things. Same with what's that? Aeokis's deck with the Fangraph Noble and the Goblin Churagon and all that. You gotta be real careful where you're clicking and just read what it's saying, because I'm cooking a pizza semi AFK. All right, okay, Hex and Rouge, we're gonna roll to a commercial. I'm gonna go get some refills. I suggest you do the same, and we'll be back to play Edamon / Hex and Rouge / one of our good supporters in just a few. See you in a bit.
I'm talking, of course, about prejudice against astronauts. Please, laugh. It helps the healing. Now, as we all know, NASA has been sending...
Good Lord intended for man to walk on the moon, then we had been born with cement feet.
I agree. My community does not need astronauts defying gravity in front of my children.
That's right. Driving their moon buggies through our neighborhoods all time of night, playing that theme to 2001 really loud on their Cosmo blasters.
Folks,
Astronauts.
This is a perfect example of what's going on. There is a serious cultural clash in this country. So in the spirit of opening those lines of communication, I'd like to introduce you all right now to a real astronaut, Lieutenant Mike Birchwood. Mike, come on up, Mike. Come on, come up here, give me a hand.
Watch out! He'll try to stick an American flag in you.
That's not all he'll stick in you.
Look, just because I've spent some time outside the Earth's gravitational pull doesn't mean that I'm different than you.
They can't eat normal food and they're addicted to Tang.
That's not true. I drink Tang because I like the taste.
You like the taste of recycled urine.
That's completely insane.
Astronauts eat breakfast upside down.
I have only eaten breakfast upside down 2 or 3 times since I got back from my last mission.
You folks better watch out. They're covered in astro germs. Just last year, an astronaut moved into my neighborhood. Simultaneously, all the leaves started dying and falling off our oak trees.
Was that month October?
September, October.
Yeah, it's called fall. It happens every year. Now sit down. Mike Birchwood is a man, just like you and I. A man who'd probably like nothing more than to settle down, meet a nice woman, raise a family. But the problem is, most women are afraid to touch me.
That's right, ladies. He'd make you infertile on account his sperms from another time continuum.
I will not fornicate with you. With your juicy astronaut lips and your firm astronaut buttocks.
I think there are several issues going on here. I would gladly trade all of my walks on the moon for the simple caress of a woman.
I will not touch your bottom. Stop begging me.
Who's begging you?
We don't need no moon cheese baby.
What the hell is a moon cheese baby? He's talking about how the moon is supposedly made of cheese. Regardless, how would you end up with a baby made out of it?
You tell us.
Nettles, they're the worst. Itching, stinging, nefarious nature nastiness. Like vastwood vines, they constantly irritate your skin. Once infected, you'll see them everywhere. But now, the Sentinel has you covered. A healing, simic lotion for skin and hands. Hands that feel, hands that hold, create, and remember. Sentinel's Hand Cream, the Sentinel for your skin.
And we're back. Hey, no problem, Sneak Fast. That was a great game. We were all anticipating, if you read up in chat, what was in your hand and stuff. But Edamon / Hex and Rouge challenge when ready, my friend. And I'll choose something here. I ought to actually be writing down what, so I know what list to show up with. I think it was Blue Infect was our first one. And then we had, wait, no. Was it? We played Midnight, right? Yeah, Midnight. Then we played, what was it? Blue Blitz 2. All right. And then this one, I could still show that one up. Let's see. All right. Good times, good times. All right, here we go. Let's see. I'm going to try, let's do what I was talking about here. We'll try the my mono blue Infect. 2 blue in a row. We'll see what goes down. Hex and Rouge in the house. Open up our graveyard, and hopefully we can go from here. Now, with only 8 creatures, you can't really hope for too much, but Double Ponder I'm going to keep. We'll keep this. We've got backup protection coverage, and we might get there. We might not. We don't care, because it's all about the community roguing out and just experiencing what this format's all about. Ooh, Mortician Beetle. All right. This deck loves to see usually is green because there's not much in the way of stuff getting in our way. So we're looking for our creatures. We've got Model of the Mix. We've got Period. We're going to throw all of this back. Boop, boop, boop. Yep, we'll shuffle. And there's part of our combo. I'll use the Ponder. If we don't find anything, we'll drop a Bone Splitter past the turn. And we can always muddle if we're still alive. I'll tell you, I'm tempted to play Envelop some of these games. Good thing about having Dispel, you feel comfortable. Other times, though, you get hit with a Flame Slash, Chainer's Edict, and you're like, son of a bitch. Yeah, so there you go, Sneak Fast. Now you can say you have never lost while playing online. See? Wink, wink. Be like my brother, Semikov, who was actually who I was visiting out in Colorado. Boy, that's a pretty place. So the prettiest sky of my entire life out there. I just could not get over. I think majesty is too small of a word for how cool that thing was. All right, well, we got a creature. We can't really complain too much. We'll have counter backup. All right, we'll go like this. No. I'm just going to drop this out so we've got it. Obviously, Blighted Agent's the card that we really like to see here. It's just, there's nothing to worry about. It's just all pain all the time. Hits for 6 with that Unstable Mutation and a Bone Splitter on it. And then for 5, and the game's over. I thought that was kicked. I was looking at his mana going, how'd that happen? Good initiative there, Hex and Rouge. It's showing some love there. Maybe he's got a Unearth mechanic showing up here. We'll see. I better start right-clicking or this game's going to take way too long. Mortician Beetle and Goblin Bushwhackers. This is spicy. Exactly what we're after here. And if you're in the chat, just joining us, whatever. Want to get your rogue on, load up your deck, make your tweaks, and call it out in the chat that you want the next game, because we've got 2 more openings. Or 1 if everybody wants to be shy and make the deck crash. I mean, the show crash and burn in a despondent haze. But I don't know if we're going to even have enough time here. My goodness. Okay, well, you know, sometimes I like to put Unstable Mutation on these things. Not even as a, I'm gonna stay back here. We're gonna still try to win here. 2 cards in his hand. Maybe he's that. We still got 2 turns here. Might be able to find some bounce. Who knows? Well, if he's able to get back that Bushwhacker and kick it, that would be nuts. Sorcery! No! All right, you got us there. We sacrifice. Darn it. I was hoping it was a tribal instant. You're crashing and burning hard here. All right. Chat got real quiet, guys. Keep the banter going so I know I'm not talking to nobody. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. I don't think much of anything can save us here. We've got a blocker. You can do that. I'll throw this. I don't need. Let me just put this here. We'll drop here. Let's see. You can sacrifice something to that. I'm just going to do this to try to save the damn thing, or to, at least to trade. We're not going to win this game. Block, block, block. Yeah, we can't even. What am I thinking? We'll just concede here. Boop. All right. Off to game 2. Now, if our lovely rogue shows up, meaning our unblockable 1/1 Blighted Agent, this dude that was hiding from us, it'll be good times. But otherwise, not so much. I'm going to bring in an Echoing Truth. I'm going to lose, I think I'm going to lose all my Dispels. Bring in 2 Hydroblasts. Fade Away is going to feel pretty good here. Let me lean a little bit less on the control element, and we'll bring in 2 Fade Aways, and we'll see how that goes. Anybody out there needs a really cool gift idea. There was I wish I had the link ready, but there's a thing I found on Facebook that you could get your actual birthday down to the minute of where the universe clock was, meaning not humans on Earth saying like, oh, Wednesday at blankety blank. It's every formation of the planet and the order it's in is there's a 1 of 1 like that because it's always expanding. So you give them the coordinates and they print out this really cool exactly where the universe was when you were born, and got it framed for my oldest, and pretty cool thing. Always look up there. And if time travel is ever possible, you'll be able to say, hey, go back to here and I can see when I was born. All right, little tangent there. Yeah, I want to play first. Let's go. Too many stories. All right, we got our dude. Let's see if we can keep him alive. We'll keep. All we're looking for here is unstable mutation, maybe some hydroblasts, or maybe another creature, because we saw that tribal sorcery. Got to correct myself. That was very frustrating. I'll lead off with a ponder. Snap's good. Hey, another blighted agent's good. I'm liking this a lot. Let's do this. Nope. Liking all this. All right. Oh, we can maybe buy some tempo with a snap. Probably want to save that for a carrion feeder when it gets all big and gigantic. Man, I have always tried to make this damn thing work with the trinket mage engines and all that stuff. It's just such a cool design card. All right, I'm getting worried now. The chat has been awfully quiet. Somebody say something, please. All right, let's bring this dude out. So we've got another one. We can be a little wanton with our actions here. I'll be playing a lot in the next 24 hours, maybe about 36 hours, and then I won't be online till like next Monday. So, hey, there's everybody. Viking Dentiste, hey, back at you, my friend. If you want the next game, just call it out in the chat. We're just doing a community show today, so if you want to, we've got 2 more openings here for Bring Your Best Rogue, and let's see what's going down. Interesting, the Muddle the Mixture. So many lists now. I didn't know it was Sneak Fast. I haven't been looking too diligently about what's going where, but right about now we want killed out the Rebirth in the house. Okay, very nice, very nice. What do we have here? Okay, well, I'm gonna preordain here. Probably want to drop that other. Yeah, got one in our hand. We'll say bottom. Actually, say top on this. Would be nice to have one more. Let's see. Well, we can counter an instant or a sorcery, so we're okay for the time being. I was thinking, hey, let's drop another agent so we're out of edict range, but then we get swept by Electrickery if he has it. So this keeps us out of both range, and it helps find stuff. So very, very strong card in this build. I've been tempted to go down to 3 dispels and run 4 of these. I don't know. Jason Paul in the house. I've been completely out of the pauper scene, but it's always nice to catch you live. Deluxe, thank you for that, my friend. Back at you. Yeah, like I said, if you want to jump right back into the pauper theme, like I said, this is just our little community outing where we just play 5 random decks against 5 random people that like Pauperganda, and we see where the chips fall, and hopefully this inspires somebody later on, week from now, tonight, something, to go, hey, I like that except for cards X, Y, and Z. I'm going to do it this way. And then before you know it, the next big deck's designed, right? None of this copy-paste crap going on here. Well, I guess you got to copy-paste. All right, so we're going to bounce the hell out of that. Yeah, might as well do it now. Why not? We'll do this just to stay diligent. Act like we're hardcore. We'll go from here. Okay, we've got this now. I'm going to rock like this. I'm still going to wait. We'll preordain and try for the win next turn if we can find like a unstable mutation or something that hits hard. That Velis Vel instant at the top of the show. Makes it a 4/4. That's pretty cool. I gotta let that go in case he's got an Electrickery. We can't really afford to be counter happy here. I mean, we're winning this race as it sits now. I'm smelling Electrickery. That's a word if you can sneak it in conversation against people that don't, not against, but with people that aren't into Magic. They kind of look at you like, what the hell? Whenever we talk about, I like to say tricknology, which is my own coined phrase, but it's always fun to something's a little confusing or a little too techy, or on the back of a TV trying to do something like, God damn all this electrickery, gets a good laugh. All right. Hey, that's well timed, ain't it? You'd have to lose 3 things. Probably best to... Let me preordain first, see what's going down, then we can make our decision. Hey, look at that. That looks pretty fun. I like both of these. I'll see bottom on that, though. Top on this. We'll save the selfish play for another day. Let's rock like this, because we've got the win next turn. And then we can stop a bushwhacker, so that feels good, and we can stop other shenanigans. Makes for a very simple game when you just... This thing can't be blocked. It's like, oh, cool. Yeah, Fade Away is just... For every time it's just the Wrath of God you want it to be, there's like 6 times when you're like, I think I'm going to wait a turn. Sometimes it pays off. Not that good against elves, I find. They just have so many ways to get their dudes back. Okay. Is Blue Infect going to make it a 50-50 game? Let's hope. Feeling pretty good here. Okay. Don't have to really worry about Electrickery anymore. We're at 8. What do they got? Double Grenade. Yeah, I could nail that Tremors at the end of turn. I just don't want to fall for anything. I'd rather just have real steady backup here. We've got the win here. We could drop the Stealth Suit just to do it, right? It's always fun. Let's just do it. Nah, that's bad magic. But it's nice, especially if you have 5 mana, because then you can equip it for 1, and then they go, oh yeah, and then you just pay 2 more, and you let them use one of their burn spells out. That went over your head. No biggie. This is kind of a card not many people know about. So you equip for 1. If they do anything in response and you have 2 blue open, you just zoop, you just throw it on there at instant speed, and it has Shroud. So pretty cool. All right, let's see if we're going to game 3 or if he's got some cool technology. Woo! Goblin Grenade is legal. Yes, Jason Paul, it is. Okay, so we've got that. Well, it is red. I want to do this to it. We'll say nope. That way our Muddle the Mixture is a little bit more flexible. Yeah, there's a whole new universe there, Jason Paul. You got to check it out. You'll be very... In fact, I think this year is easily the most... Like, the last 6 months, there's been like... What was it? Like 200 cards released? If you combine everything up, it was just absolutely crazy. Yeah. All right. Well, I like seeing Fade Away. I think I've got it just about right. We'll just go in again and hope for the best. Here we go. Well, yeah, the one set by itself had like 200 new Pauper cards, of which, maybe like 15 were really something you should look at. But then even before that, we had, what was it, Modern Masters, and then there was a set before that, and just craziness. All right, we've got Double Search, we've got Bone Splitter. We do have a creature, got ways to protect it in Apostle's Blessing. We'll keep this. Again, you get to like 3 or 4 mana in this, and you're good to go. Yeah, a lot of the lists are playing 2, sometimes 3. I wouldn't recommend all 4, but just keep in mind it is a sorcery, so a lot of times those little combat tricks feel a little bit off. All right, let's find a mana and be good to go. Yikes! Well, we found just about everything we wanted, but because we have preordained, I'm actually going to go like this because I really want Unstable Mutation. We'll say no. We'll draw the 2 money cards, and then preordain will hopefully find us another land. A little bit greedy play, but so sue me. Impact Tremor showing up, paying dividends later in the game. Let's see what we get here. Well, we know what we're going to get. Let's see what we get here. Yikes. Bottom. Give me land. All right. I love when bad plays are paid off. I did have quite a bit of fixing there, but again, we do want 1 more land, so our blessing can do something. I think I will lead off with the agent, back it up with the Myrrh in case there's any sort of edict effects, and we'll go from there. Don't want to play too bashful here. Which card you talking about? Impact Tremors? Okay. Because it's Ponder, I'm going to Ponder because we're probably going to find a land here. Yikes! We didn't. We'll throw these all on the bottom. Yeah, we want to shuffle. There we go. Let's lead off with this. Alright. If this lives till next turn, I think we got it. I'll be able to mutate, mutagenic, Bone Splitter, have Apostle's Blessing Black. Back up. Yeah, this, if I had Muddle the Mixture, it feels so safe. Because sorceries and instants are almost everything that's going to get rid of your creature. Outside of maybe a Executioner's Capsule. Anybody else think of anything? Hissing. Boy, this is getting nervous, boy. It doesn't look like the board's doing much, but it's like this is just like this perfect puzzle. And if he drops something like a Hordling Outburst or something, it's going to be like, ouch. So this is when another creature dies. All right. Kind of an underplayed card here. It's one of these, when you play it, it does a lot more than it has a lot more presence on the board than it feels like. So we'll let that through. That's a good point, Jason Paul. All right. Well, we've got Counterspell back up. I'm gonna go all in here and just hope we can go with this. I'm just gonna keep Apostle's Blessing back and see if we can't just get this nice big kapow turn here coming on through. Whambo. Yeah, let's do this just for the scared value, right? Who said blue can't hit hard? I almost killed you in one swing. Woo! Gotcha next turn. We got Apostle's Blessing. By itself, it's out of lightning bolt range until your turn. That's when you have Counterspell and a Blessing back up. So when you do draw Blighted Agent, don't have to dig very hard for it. This deck can feel very good. Oh, sorry about that, my friend. That happens to all of us, boy. All right. So whoever's next, I don't think anybody called their next shot. But, yeah, bring it on. We're going into round 4 here. Good point, too, Jerigel. That is true. And if, it's funny. I was playing this Godhead deck. I've had a lot of success with it, except when I streamed, of course. It's always the way it is, right? But if you're tired of those, I call them the USA decks. I think the correct term is the Just Guy decks. Just Scred, Lightning Bolt. This is the deck for you. I really highly recommend playing it right now. I thought the metagame would adapt. It's a little bit egocentric, really. I mean, who's going to pay attention to one person? But being that I had some really good outings with it, I won the Pauper Classic Tuesday, and then I got a 5-0 with it, and then I just got kind of bored with it. It's not to say that's what it always does. I mean, I think I got a 3-2 with it too. But sorry about that, Hexen Rouge. But yeah, whoever's in the chat, if you want to challenge me, go for it. I'm going to explain this deck. If nobody challenges, then I'm just going to play a random person in the chat. But I'd much rather play one of our friends out there in the chat. So get your deck ready and challenge away. So yeah, this deck runs all 4, or I should say 8 of the Pro Red dudes. And then you throw this on the back of it, which it's both white and blue. So it becomes a 4/4 lifelink that can't be blocked. Trinket Mage goes fetches things. Kor Skyfisher resets everything in the Astrolabe. We got 2 Relics main, and the Dispel package with 2 counter spells is usually enough for Tron. Later on, it gets even worse. So this will be, I'll either play this next or last just to showcase it, because it's a real popular request and it just has a lot of game. Oh, is it going to change anything? It might actually be Ephemerate. It can be a little weird. It's more of a combat trick a lot of times. Like if you're playing against black and they Doomblade this, you can blink it and then throw your dude on there. It's just a lot of weird little ways there. But it runs the 4 Preordains and 2 Ponders. Might be a better call on Brainstorm. I'm not sure. So yes, very much so. Sneak Fast. Yeah, the Ziv Mauschwitz from way back. I think that was 2003 or 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he had a bunch of hate bears and stuff, and I just, I looked at the MTG Goldfish, and it was just red, kill that, and I was like, hey, you know what? If the metagame's that biased, which, it can be sometimes, unfortunately, Stompy's a beast, but you know what? this is a 4/4 unblockable with lifelink, and it gets there against Stompy a lot. I was really surprised. It beats elves a lot, which was a big surprise. I was very very tripping out. Hey, Hexen, you want to do it again? Let's go. I'd rather play somebody we know, give you some love than some random dude that might just rage quit or something, because there's no money on the line today. We're just doing the community show thing, so go from there. But yeah, it's sideboard, lean on the journey package, standard bearer, holy light, strands, relic, that sort of thing. But if you haven't seen this deck in action, I really recommend you pick it up. It's a lot of fun. So almost Jason Paul. I'm about the only one pulling for him to talk to be legal. Fuji Purple in the house. All right. Yeah, Fuji Purple, if your username's the same, man, challenge away. And I'll just go with whoever challenges first. We got 2 more outs, and if not, we can end the day with whoever doesn't get it in the next one. But yeah, remember, it's Deluxekoff, not PAUPERGANDA online if you want to go from there. Yeah, and then there's, what's the other one? The Mystic Remora is one that's made some waves. There's that one I always, Iron City. Is that somebody here? Let me see where Iron City's going for here. Whoop. Let's see. Clout the Magic World, huh? Not sure what that means. All right, so Fuji Purple, come on now. Or Edamon, whoever's first. We'll go from there. All right. So yeah, could use a little bit better art there. Not quite sure what's... Oh, that's his cape. It almost looks like the shield has a big spike growing out of it. But little Kithkin dudes. They're pretty sweet. All right. So let's somebody do something, or I'm just going to go grab a random folk hero in the audience here and go from there. So stupid update 2. Alrighty. Well, hey, Edamon, you want to hit me up again, and we'll just jump into this? I think I'll probably play this. I'm not quite sure what my last one will be. I'm just trying to play 5 different decks so that somebody will just go from there. People were saying if him wasn't printed in Fallen Empires and it was uncommon for rare, it would cost like hundreds. Yeah, I just don't think him outside of mono black control would be all that much. I mean, you do have the Astrolabes here, but what would it do? Everybody's complaining against Tron and these control decks that just sit and kill everything, and it would kind of sum up the game. And even if people were able to fit it in there, it's only 4 cards. I just don't think it would really have that effect. I'm sure it would just be like Astrolabe that first week. Everybody be playing mono black and, you know, talking about their exploits, about how amazingly powerful it is. But in the end, I actually think it's kind of balanced in this format. It's incredibly powerful, but so is Pauper. Yeah, the randomness aside, I mean, Wretch Mind is pretty damn close to doing it anyway. You don't see that all the time, so that's why I like to run artifact lands a lot of times, because decks that your hand matters, that'll happen. So Edamon, here we go. We'll see how this plays. And Fuji Purple, take your time, grab a water. Sorry for the horn in the background, and we'll go from there. All right, here we go. We've got no fixing. Not sure what we're up against. We've got an answer here. I can trip it. I'm going to mulligan this. Yuck. I'll mulligan this. All right, we'll keep this. We've got our combo. I'm probably going to throw back Counterspell. How crazy is that? More of a mid to late game card here for this deck, the way this plays in this style here. So yeah, but I'm in the minority. A lot of people think I'm crazy for not thinking. I think him should just be allowed. I will keep. We'll throw this back. I'll throw this back. Done. We'll lead off with the most unoriginal opening in all of Pauper, the Astrolabe. If you haven't seen our Arcum's Astrolabe discount warehouse commercial, that's why I'm poking fun at it. Buy 4, get the next 4 free, because everybody's playing these things. So it's a necessary evil sometimes if you're going the 2-color persuasion route. Needs to be more snow-covered hate outside of Icequake and Thermokarst. There's not much. All right, let's, well, you know what, we'll just play this and drop the Outlander right away. Boop, boop. Wait, hold on. All right, this for this. I'm going to say this. There we go. Okay. Let's get our Outlander out. Very cool artwork. Woohoo! Life package, eh? As our robot pimps out our YouTube channel. Him can make... Yeah, that's true, Jason Paul. It can. Alright, well, this kind of blows. We're going to go from here. Actually... I could return the land, drop, get a relic out there, but I'm just going to favor picking up the Astrolabe and drawing a card next turn. Kind of a clunky beginning. Whatever. We'll attack here. Probably should have done that first. Okay, here we are. Before I forget, always thank you so much to Fuji Purple, Stephen Wake, Jared Jill, Fun 18, Hods, Nessie 3 the G, Into the River, Archammer, Hexen Rouge, MTM Tet, Someone, Nimchimsky, Stephen Awake, Lovecraft 668, Hemper, Olesh, and Popper R. Bust. Again, apologies to the last two. Somehow they slipped through the cracks. We had them in the graphics, but I forgot to have them written down. So fortunate to have such an amazing fan base. Appreciated immensely, my friends. All right, let's do this. As I announce your names through the mic that y'all funded. Here we go. We're feeling good now. Let's preordain. Okay. Well, more of the same. We'll throw this on the bottom. Sure, we'll throw this on the top. Be nice to have another land. Don't really think we have to worry about a dispel here. I'd rather protect that, so I'm just gonna come in with this, and you'll see the combo next turn. We'll have dispel backup if they've got any sort of tricks of their own. We'll see. Pulling Teeth is another neat, interesting discard deck, or discard card option. You don't see it very played all that much. All right, Mr. Plant Token. Gonna get on in for 2. That's fine with us. And believe it or not, Relic has a home now, because if we can get that Rancor in the yard, we can eat it with the Relic. But in the meantime, let's throw this on here. Make a 4/4 unblockable. Boop, boop, boop. And attack. I'm going to keep Skyfisher back just so that we might be able to use this Relic to our advantage. I don't think we're going to see much dispels. And the way Wachi drops like a swamp and then a Diabolic Edict or something like that. Be like, ah! Oh, well. That was a Tron matchup. It's actually very good sneak fast. I'm not going to say, it wins every time. I don't think any deck does that against Tron, even Infect. I've played very fast builds of Infect and gotten beaten by Tron. That turn 3 and 4 lock is a real deal, but it's got enough counter magic. It usually gets there, and they can't block much. I sure wish that these were protected from Denrova horrors, though. But, with dispels and counters and everything like that, you tend to really have enough to get there. But and against creature decks, you're usually able to stay in the life race with, it's an 8-point swing every single time, so that's pretty cool. So here's the crux, right? The correct play is probably just play the damn Mold Drifter. If we do find one of our 2, what are they called, Ephemerates, you feel like a genius. But right now, I'm just gonna drop the Mold Drifter. Keep it honest. We can always draw into it here. All right, we wouldn't have seen it. So now I feel a little bit better if we want to roll the dice on that. It's not much of an Ephemerate deck. It's there, and it's awesome when about this stage and against things like Tron, where you're starting to blink Mold Drifters. It can be a really good time. All right, I'll block. I think we're obviously probably walking into a Vines here. I'd rather be blinking the other. So let's see what we're going to chew up here. Come on, Vines, show yourself. This way it at least costs a turn. And all right, so we're going to activate our Relic. Won't be dead here. Won't be able to get back the Rancor. Good times. But yeah, out of all the decks I'm playing today, I'd say that Midnight Tribe one or this one probably have the best staying power in an actual league. Because this one A lot more so. Because most of the format has red removal, and most of your creatures here are protected from red. I've never seen this card before. Let me read it. Revolt. When Countless Gears Renegade enters the battlefield, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, create a 1/1 artifacts creature token. Go forth and cause trouble, my little one. Oh, cool. Little spider adept there. Very nice. Bam. Life is just staying there with those Essence Wardens. Well, that could be painful. Good news is they can't block. That's one of the coolest things about this. So let's preordain. None of this looks exciting. I'm going to throw bottom. Let's preordain again. Maybe. Let me evoke. Let's see if we can get our ephemerate online here. Okay. Oops, I'm supposed to click on the other one. Oh, you idiot. I'm supposed to click the other way around. Oh, well. If we get ephemerate, we're going to feel really dumb. Good. It didn't happen. I'll drop this. Bottom, top, throw down, attack. Let's see. Let's keep things rocking here. So normally, if this was just unblockable, it's one thing. They could outrace us, but when you're gaining, like I said, 4 life a turn, it can get a little ridiculous. Let's go find something. Hey, there's something that's neat. Bottom, top. Now we'll just draw a bunch of cards and we'll take the damage. We'll see. And plus, don't forget the Tron matchup, as you were talking about, sneak fast. We've got 2 Relics main and 2 Trinket Mages, so we're usually able to really keep them off the yard and then dispel and counterspell back up. It's pretty good. Like I said, I might play this on a Sunday because it's a pretty nasty deck. And then you've got those, if you go up against RDW or Burn, it's kind of not so much Burn, believe it or not. Yeah, they can't target the dude, but yikes. Sign of the Wild. Edamon / Hexenroost, thank you so much for bringing this deck to everyone's attention. It's just a lot of little cards that, somebody might not be able to be like, oh, I forgot about that. And that's what these days are all about. Trying to share the love. Okay, so we're going to attack with everything. We'll get a whole lot of this and that and this. No flyers. Let's go. Relic goes a long way. Decided to try the leagues. I just have to get acquainted with the interface more. So sneak fast. Very nice. Yeah, be very careful about the... could use that as a combat trick. I'm just playing ultra mean / serious here. Let's get some dudes on the ground. I'll drop this. I'm going to play this. I'm going to trip one just to do it. What are we going to get here? We'll get this, and we'll have to spell back up. I got a chumper here. Feeling okay. Wee bit greedy, but whatever. Here we go. All right. It looks like they're having a conversation. The enchantment's like looking that way. They're looking that way. And the spider's saying, what do you want from me? Anybody like Goodfellas out there get the reference? Love that scene. I've actually painted that painting for a friend of mine that likes Goodfellas so much. So it looks just like it on the wall. I don't even think we block here. We're gaining so much life. We're not really too worried about that. Huh. Okay. Certainly. And we go to 26. We'll probably find another one of these combos, and we'll be getting 8. When the Horde Chief enters the battlefield, if you attacked with a creature this turn, create a 1/1 white. Okay, you get it. Good times. And more life. Essence Warden showing up. Alright. I got a big old sushi feast planned for a few more hours from now. already salivating. Here we go. Okay, another Galena's Knight shows up. Pretty obvious what we're going to hit this on. Be so nice if we could wait till the second main for that. As we draw a whole ton of cards. That's what I thought we would draw. We'll bring this on here. Get another unblockable. Crash in for a lot. We'll say, yeah, we'll go 10. That's nothing to sneeze at, right? We could drop another Mole Drifter. I think I'm going to prefer the double Knight play. Actually, let's ponder in case we draw into a counter spell. Now is a good time for the counter spell. Actually, I'd vastly prefer this other thing. Let's go like this. Nope. We'll go from here, play this, drop this. Just enough synergy, so it's never an afterthought. Let's bring this back up. Did we play a land? We did. Okay. Feeling pretty good here. We've got 8 unblockable. We'll probably draw another Steel of the Godhead, and then we'll have 12 life gain every turn. So this is, I guess Holy Light might be actually decent here with the Essence Wardens and the tokens. Somebody's got an Anthem effect. Let's keep them honest. We'll go boom, boom, boom. Take the rest. I don't believe so, Shiraz. That's on the upkeep, so we couldn't really play it and then do it. There goes part of our team. Bam! Four, 5. Let me just play this. At least we can get a blocker out for the Scion. Here we go. Yeah, it's alright, buddy. Let's drop an Astrolabe just in case we get another life dude. Come on, Steely. Woo! Alright. Well, we saw an instant, so it's not out of the question. I'll drop this. I've had a few Stellas, huh? Good times. And we'll swing on him for 10. If he's got another trick, we've still got the Dispel action going on here. But we're going to be up 8 life again, so not feeling too naked here. Alright. Yeah, Sigil Blessing. 3/3 and other creatures get 1/1. Pretty nice. Let's counter that. Just don't want that Scion getting big and the life gaining up. Hopefully they just got 2 lands here, and those witnesses, or the Essence Wardens, are really keeping them in the game here. But I'm really glad that Serendipity and Chance and whatnot, that Hexen Rouge or Edamon, however you want to call them, isn't playing red, because it showcases that this deck's pretty good even against decks that aren't red. And a 4/4 unblockable that gains life is nothing to sneeze at. Alright, let's see. Is he going to bounce back and have a big old rally turn? Let's see. That's in the next few days or weeks. This show will give you a lot of options if you get your creative juices flowing. Alright, so we're going to say this is... And that was a one there. Alright. Well, Standard Bearer might be pretty good here. Relic, not too much. Trinket Mage can go. I'm going to bring in 2 Holy Lights, 1 Strands, 1 Standard Bearer. I think I like that. Probably lose 2 Outlanders. Why? Because they're an artifact, so green and such can get rid of these a lot easier than that. Even though the artwork's better, you kind of want to lean on that a little bit more. I think we want to bring in maybe like a... I think I'm going to go like this. Just 1 Journey to Nowhere. We can always bounce it. What's really cool, if you're new to this interface, you can cast Skyfisher. You can cast Journey to Nowhere, and then you can cast Ephemerate on Skyfisher, get back your Journey, and the creature's gone for good. It's kind of like the Mesmeric Fiend trick, too. That's a card. Shout out to Nichols, who won last week's, not last night's, but last week's Pauper Classic Tuesday with a really cool black list. But he used a Mesmeric Fiend, and although it's very fragile, I think against certain Tron decks that are just worried about their own things, that can be, talk about a Hymn to Turok, but even better, you just grab whatever the hell you want. So nice little card to go there. So we've got counters, we've got draw, mana's all right. We'll keep this. We're not going up against like RDW or Burns. So, and even if we were, we've got the counter spell back up here. So we're all right. I think this deck's 98% there. I'm still not sure if Ephemerate's needed or not. Maybe even go down to 1. Just not too sure about that. All right, let's just go for here and see what we're gonna get. Okay, well, we've got all of our pieces. We just need a creature. Problem being that they do have access to black mana, so that dispel might really need to come into play here. I was gonna say, you kept a 1-lander against me? No respect, but he didn't. Down comes the Sanctuary, and we are off to the races. Everybody's looking and feeling good. All right. Well, since we've got this, let's just rock with this. Technically, if you had a mirror ball, you could go back in time and make sure everything's perfectly in sync, but I don't like this hand at all. We're going to throw this all back. Yep. Okay, well, that's going to help out there. And I could sit back and spell. I'm going to go get a blue. Get our mana right, and we'll be good to go. Hopefully he drops a bunch of green critters or artifact critters, just nothing white. I love how old Renaissance that Holy Light looks. Very cool. And if you've got any questions, comments, concerns, deck ideas, all that stuff, best way to reach us, pauperganda@gmail.com, or on Facebook. We're pretty much, that's about our only outlets. Not every 4 months I'll do something on Twitter, but it's funny. All the podcasts I listen to and scientists and doctors and all this, they're just always bagging on that. It's just like this. No offense to anybody that uses it a lot, but we don't. I don't. I don't know. It always seems like a bit of a cesspool to me. All right. Well, we can at least get our dudes online here. Let's drop this. Just the sheer amount of time a lot of people spend just day after day, hour after hour, just looking and who said what and updating. It's just I always liked Facebook. Just I can share an entire deck list. I can go on and on and on at length. So can you. Not limited to characters. So yeah, Jason Paul, I love that old artwork. Just that gritty old. Is that just almost like a watercolor almost? Be curious what that is. Acrylic, watercolor, not quite sure. All right, we got 7 cards. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Let's go. So, Fuji Purple, hopefully you got the last round and you're all locked and loaded and ready and updated. I haven't heard from you in a while, but if you don't chime in the next bit, we'll just assume if somebody else wants to get ready. Otherwise, just let us know that you're in the house and we'll go from there. Boy, he just neutered our Holy Light, didn't he? About all we're going to do is... Oh, there we are. Yes, sir. We're ready to go. All right. I'm not sure what I'm going to play. Pretty good bet. All right. What sort of treachery is this? Attacking me with a 2/2 first strike. You know, if this was a tournament, I probably wouldn't block, but I'm going to here. Oh, he's got the Sigil Blessing. That's why. Right? Whatever I block, he's going to kill it. Otherwise, we just take a bunch of damage. Since we're going to take a bunch of damage, I'm going to... I'll block there. Force him to at least use here. All right. Sigil Blessing showing up. Nice little fit in that deck. We're at 12 already. What's going on? I thought this was supposed to be a decent deck. What is the deal? All right. We could sit on that. I'm going to play this because that way we can counterspell and dispel. Because of that, I'm not going to play cutesy. I'm just going to make our mana right so we can just go through. Double Island for the counterspell and the Snow Astrolabe to trip the dispel. Feeling a wee bit grim right now. Holy Light's gonna do no better than just some, what would you call it? Roundup. All right, they've got 3 mana available. I could Holy Light here. It'd feel pretty anticlimactic. We'd be pretty much just getting a 1-for-1 because that plant token came out for free. But I don't know if that's worth a cartouche move here. I'm going to Holy Light. At least it'll nick that Essence Warden just a little bit. Stop another creature from hitting. Going into a blind board, at least that doesn't trip. Yikes. This is a very cool little list you got going there, my friend. Who needs Gurmag Angler? Just play a bunch of little dudes and reap the rewards. All right. Well, a creature would be nice. All we've had is a Skyfisher show up. I think we're going to be going into game 3 here, unless they're just holding on to a land. Let's go find something that can help. That doesn't really help. All right, well, that helps. But I don't think we're going to live long enough for it to. Bring this out. We still have Counterspell Magic. Man, we can't do anything here. All right. Game 3. You got us there, buddy. It was... what is it? I'll just call this Scion. All right. So, lesson learned. Holy Light didn't feel that really good. We only brought in 2, but still. Much rather it be Prismatic Strands or another Journey. Let's do 1 and 1. And hope for the best. Actually, I'm going to bring in another one. Take out one Ephemerate. It's just good really late. There's not much combat... like black spells and little tricks to use Ephemerate for outside of Dispel number 4 and 5. So we'll go from there and hope for the best. It's always confusing when I get used to somebody's name on Twitch and then they have an empty GO handle and then they have maybe another account over here. So apologies. A lot of times people get lost in the shuffle. Oh man, how much do we want an Astrolabe here? We're going to mulligan mostly because of double Mold Drifter here. Throw this back. We'll keep here. These are the kind of hands we like to see. All flexibility. Hit them on. I can't read these. Oh, well, since it's you, let me... what do we got here? It's tough to read these inline. Moment, please. Okay. Understandable. I usually don't read text, but we'll keep this. Looks like somebody needs their own bathroom break. It's not just me, see? Found a nice rare clip of up next Conan O'Brien surfing some TV channel shows. It's a good little skit. He never got his fair shake. This is one of the best late night dudes ever. And yeah, let's ponder here. Make sure we're not going to run into just a big mana wall or something. We've already got enough mana here. Feeling good. That's kind of awkward, isn't it? We'll throw this out. It's going to be a while before Prismatic Strands is relevant. I'm so glad I get to play so many of our Buy Me a Coffee supporters. Gosh, I think, what are we, like 3 out of 4, 3 out of 5, something like that. We've got the update this morning on YouTube. Every about 2 or 3 months when we get enough to warrant it, I tend to redo that video. It's getting harder and harder, though. There's all kinds of little ghosts in the machine and such. All right. Let's get our mana right. I'll cycle this. We'll get a plane. Drop an island. Drop a lab. Could preordain there, I guess, but let's see what we're going to get. Creature, please. Let's try to assemble some sort of offense. Right now, it looks like a land go deck. Okay. Sanctuary in the house. Come on now. Let's go. Here we go. Are we ready? One more round after this. Gonna take a quick break after this, and then we'll be playing Fuji Purple. One of our oldest and best friends of Propaganda. All right. Drop in here. Just doing it pure. You could do it any order with the Astrolabe, obviously. I'll do this. No more lands, please. Throw this on the bottom. Throw this on the top. And hope for the best. Center Bear is one of those cards, boy. Every once in a while, if you have access to white, just put 2 on your sideboard. It's always going to be relevant. It's always going to be some weird thing where you're like, oh, I would have lost except for. And then they have to have it and the defense for it, games 2 and 3, which isn't that hard. I mean, everybody's got access to gut shot, but. Ooh, what do we have here? Nice synergy, my friend. All kinds of stuff going down. All right. Well, there's that. We'll go here. Drop this and pass the turn. I drop that wild and sit on it if we get another ponder, and that way we can abuse the mechanics of the order a little bit better than most. Oh, okay, all right. Enjoy the sushi later. I'm off for the evening. Jason Paul, good to see you, my friend. Thank you for joining us on this weird Wednesday edition. Like I said, next Friday, we're going to probably be back to our old time standard stuff, just the Fridays at noon. Or not. We'll see. Just pay attention to Facebook and the Twitch page, and we'll let you know, give you a heads up. All right. Well, hopefully they're sitting on a bunch of those, what do you call that? What's that spell he keeps killing us with? +3/3 and +1 everything else. We'll see. No show this Friday night. I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to evoke this. About the only way we don't sit on counterspell on this play is if we draw into our 1 ephemerate. We'll see. But yeah, no show this coming Friday, which is 2 nights from now. Instead, we'll see you the next Friday, so it's kind of an early show / late show. Whatever. Keeping it current. Keeping it fresh. Boy, oh boy. We are just flood city here. Land. What is this? Getting a little out of control. I'm going to counter that. Nice play at the end of the turn there. All right. Well, happy birthday to your dad, Shiraz. Yeah, when I was visiting my brother, boy, I don't think I've drank that much beer in a long time. It's a very steady pour. Nothing over the top. Just a little bit for lunch, a little bit for dinner. Just always kind of surrounded by the excuse of just hanging out with your brother and having a good time. A lot of billiards, a lot of golfing. I'm a big fan of the Arobi flying disc. Always have been. I think Edamon's got our number here. I'm not even going to wait. I'm just going to try to thin out our land because I'm tired of drawing them. I'll go get that. It's about blocking time if we don't get our little enchantment and life on board here. Even if we do, it's not going to amount to much. So, But yeah, back when I was like in 4th or 5th grade, I remember that Arobi flying disc and just having the funnest time with it. You can just flick it and it goes 2 or 3 football fields accurately. It's very therapeutic. I really like it. We've probably lost over 100 in our time together. Yeah, I got to stay alive here. I don't think we have much of a choice. We're going to block that, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're dead, man. He's probably got that little kill card, but our Stenner Bear is keeping him from making it work. Well, this is cool, because that way I got him the first game with, what was I playing? Mono Blue Infect. Now he's going to get us the second game, so we'll pull nice and even here. In fact, I think I'm just going to, well, I'll let him, if this was a tourney, I would just scoop right here, but we'll let him get his, show us what else he's got here going on, and see what he revealed here. Mardu Horde Chief. Pretty cool. Here we are. Oh, and nice kick in the crotch. But, you know, well, we gained 4 if we didn't block. I mean, we'd be dead if we didn't block. But and that's only going to eat these 2 up. We take 2, 3, 4. Not enough. Very good game, my friend. We're going to roll to a commercial, Fuji Purple. When we come back, just be ready at the helm. I would appreciate it. And we'll see you for the last round in just a minute. Enjoy Conan O'Brien here, folks. Which one is it? Hold on a minute. Is it this one? It's this one.
And then there's some channels here that are just really interesting. Never heard of these. For example, this one right here is called the Inaccurate Famous Paintings channel. The Inaccurate Famous Paintings channel. Let's take a look. The Dog Ventriloquist Network. The Dog Ventriloquist Network. Here's one I want to check out. It's called How to Cook and Eat Porcupines channel. How to cook. These are a lot of helpful cooking shows now on TV. This one's just more specific. How to Cook and Eat Porcupines channel.
How to cook and eat a porcupine. How to cook and eat a porcupine.
I don't think I learned much from that show. Gotta check this one out. It's called Mini Chocolate Liquor Bottle Drunk Channel. Mini Chocolate Liquor Bottle Drunk Channel.
It's the mini chocolate liquor bottle drunk channel.
Hey, chocolate, good time.
Hey, shut up!
You make me.
Come on! Come on! Hey!
Oh, come on. Oh, hey. That was uncool, man.
Mini chocolate liquor bottle drunk channel.
Hey everybody, Deluxe Cough here. Just wanted to give a quick thank you to our donations. As you can see over to the side here, it really helps out. We've got new mics and things always being needed for Propaganda and keep the content flowing. So if you can, donate. If not, no biggie. But again, thank you very much to the generous support of the people over here, and we'll see you next time.
Action, please. Action awesome, please.
Just do anything?
No, it's sorry, cut. Yeah, rolling. 102, take 2.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
102, take 3. Action, please.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
You've got it all planned out. Tonight is gonna be perfect. Until she gets a whiff of your bad breath. Yuck! Now, fix bad breath fast with Galvanic Blast. Our breath mints use only the rarest scent crystals, unearthed from certified Mirrodin mines. Don't trust those other mints, they'll leave you hydro-blasted. For flavor that will last, choose Galvanic Blast. Dealing damage to bad breath longer than any mint legal on the Tin Street market. For long-lasting flavor that is unsurpassed, choose Galvanic Blast Breath Mint. Feel the blast!
Available at Moros's Market. And we're back. Sorry for the extended break there. Fuji Purple, ready when you are, my friend. And yeah, Drunken Master is one of the best. Jackie Chan, I love all those kung fu flicks, and I love Orson Welles too. And I was very late to the party in finding that clip online, and it's so funny. It's like, the French. I was laughing so hard the first couple times I watched that, but every once in a while we like to revisit. Come on back. All right, I don't even know what I'm going to play here. Let me see. Let's try. We'll try this Rakdos Crusher list. Let's see how this does. All right, Fuji Purple. This will be the last round, folks. We won't see you this Friday, but next Friday is the tentative date, and we'll go back to like our normal schedule and see you all then. But until then, hopefully this airs as a nice little rogue outing, and you get to see, what is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 different rogue decks if you count our opponents. So I'll stop rambling here and try to do something. Well, we've got this and this and this. I'm going to keep this. I like to lean on Blessing in these lists because you do all the stuff to get your combo out there, and then somebody goes and Doomblades it, and you're like, God darn it. So we're going to roll this route here. Yay, Crushers. A sneak fast. Well, let's hope so. Alrighty, we're going to throw this and this, and we'll go from there. Rotting Rats, one of my favorites, especially against Control. Remember, folks, a lot of people don't remember that mechanic, and when you do unearth something, not the spell, but the ability, it can't be countered as we look across from a snow-covered island, which will probably have plenty of counters. The Hapless Researcher. This is probably the card I identify with the most. First of all, we're both bald, and we're always looking for new things. Like, just digging around, like, where did I put that deck list? That'll be me in about another 10 or 15 years, probably, right? Probably one of my favorite new cards, boy. Ransack the Lab, just a godsend in this kind of build. Let's slow down and look at this. Yeah, we can go find that. We can do that. Let's do it. Fill up our yard. Careful when you click on this one. Alright, well, we do need land. Shred Memory will get us there. We'll probably draw into a land. Let's try to get our combo going here. We'll just do that and pass the turn. We've got a nice 20-turn clock with Hapless Researcher so far. Turbo Exhume, that sounds even better. Yeah, when you're building this, you'll go all over the place, and in the end, you usually come back to Apostle's Blessing. You just got to run some number of those to protect your investment because it's just so much invested. Ouch! Boy, we don't like seeing that. That is not a good card for a Crusher. But the Blessing to the rescue, right? Let's see. Do we have enough to throw that down? 1, 2, 3, 4. If I do that, 5, 6. Yeah. But he's just going to discard that and go from there. So in the meantime, I'm going to Tormenting Voice. I'll discard the rat. And hopefully we draw some land here. Okay, cool. I'll play this even though we don't have much to eat. It'll be all right. That way we can shred memory and at least feign that we've got the win coming here. I was really high on this deck when I first designed it. I remember I took it to a Pauper Classic Tuesdays. I faced off against Little Fight the very first round, and I had a horrible misclick. Forget what the option was, and then it just was a cascade after that. But up until that moment, I was like, man, this is almost league worthy. Basking Root Walla. Very cool mechanic. Boy, this has been one crafty show. Not one deck has repeated on either side of the board. This is great. Like I said, these kind of shows, bookmark them. If you got somebody kind of dabbling in Pauper, thinking about it, give them this kind of a show just to show them the sheer variety of stuff we can work from. Yeah, this is brutal here because I'm going to need double Blessing if he's not going to get aggressive with the Waterfront Bouncer. Well, we've got room to grow with that, don't we? Let me go get the goods. So we shred memory to go grab our Exhume. We'll play the Mountain and pass the turn. We're not too worried about damage here. Canadian Threshold. Yeah, the best one I've done sneak fast about transforming sideboards. I remember back, I think it was the Odyssey block or around there. I played a compulsion counterspell deck list that was creatureless, used like Earthquake, and just ran through the stuff, burned everything out, countered, and beat with, I think it was Urza's Rage or something. Then game 2, I would bring in all the Flame Tongue. I almost said Flame Tongue Hot Sauce because I hear that so often, more than I hear the word Flame Tongue Kavu. But it had all 4 of those, and those weren't anything to sneeze at because that's a 4-2 body every turn, and get 2 or 3 of those out, clears the way, and you're smashing for 8 and 12 a turn. It doesn't take too long. That was back when Flying Worms were everywhere, and Wonder in the Graveyard, and Filth, and all that good stuff. All right. Well, he's keeping the mana options open. This will be a pretty fun little game here. Okay, well, we've got double that. We've got Hapless Researcher in theirs. So we exhume now. We can stop the blessing twice. Problem is, his Researcher gets to come back. Oh, well. Let's try this. Got to remember, we're going to be able to use its haste ability with Dragon Breath. You know what I thought about that Sneak Fest, the downshifted Flame Tongue, and I was just like, well, what deck would that really go in? Ooh, this is going to be a game. You might just be able to block and kill this. All right. Nice little play. Don't even trip it. Just use it for that ability. This is true. All right. Let's bring out a Crusher. He might just kill this thing. Boink. I wish he made that mongrel blue. That way we'd be able to do something about it. All right. What's happening here? We'll say protected from blue. These blessings are going to add up, though. This damage, this is no joke across the board from us. If he blocks right or is mana flooded and is able to just eat these, he's going to be feeling pretty good there. Blue. Yeah, we're going to have to at least be at 13 just to keep him alive against the bouncer there. Oh, that's a good point, Sneak Fast. Yeah, there'd be like a whole new Boros build, right? That'd be pretty nasty. Yes, I want to do this good thing. All right, let's go. What goes? Come on, lose the worm and the waterfront bouncer. Make it easy for me. Can't lose too many cards here. Seriously, might want to consider triple blocking. Gets rid of the problem. Okay. 13. We're going to take 7. Oh, never mind. Okay. Spite Bellows. Oh, that Methonical's little... That's a really good call he did. You look at his list, and it's got some Spellstarter sprites, and you're like, where are the other fairies? And it's like, well, with Ephemerate and almost every bit of removal being 1, it's a pretty good call. Probably want yet another blessing at this rate. So we'll probably loot Dragon Breath, Sultai Scavenger, and swing for 11 this turn. Oh, I thought you were making up words. Yeah, one of the cooler plays, one of you out there, one of our Propaganda fans, was played, what's the Evoke for 1 red, the red spell, the Ingot Chewer, and then was starting to ephemerate it and just blowing up Astrolabes left and right. It was like a bull in a candy shop, or China store, whatever that saying is. That was pretty awesome. All right. Oh, we're going to do this, pay this. Oh, yeah, we're going to do this. No, I'm going to say this and this. And we'll say blue. Not going to have much life after this, though. Protected from blue. He discards a whiteout. All creatures lose flying. Sacrifice a snowland and return it to your hand. Very cool, especially with this and, well, mongrels and such. Okay. Let us do... We'll bring back the bog. We'll throw this out. Oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe next turn. We'll do this. Let me do this, and then we'll pay for it. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. We've got 1 left. Cancel that. Okay. And attack. This could be it. Waterfront's gonna keep things very honest. This is gonna be a close one. I liked about Flame Tongue is, wow, okay. Well, I don't know what's in his hand, or gonna drop that bog and exhume again, hopefully. Not right now, though. Might want a Rotting Rats in response here. See what we're gonna get back. Boing! Down he goes. Yeah, now we can Rotting Rats, throw the Crusher out and attack for the win. I just love me some Rotting Rats. They always seem to be working. I guess we could attack for 6 if we wanted to be really basic about stuff, but... Well, that's interesting. First things first. Let's do this. Let's see how much he wants to keep wide out. Not much. We will Rotting Rats, discarding our own Crusher. Okay. Exhuming the Crusher with Dragon. Woo! And we will attack with everything. Huzzah! And why not? Let's make this bigger. All right. Got one of the original iPods. It was fixed up for Father's Day because I have just gigs and gigs of just awesome songs that I don't have access to on discs or anything, and I'm trying to get it to work so that I can download it and have it at the ready, but it's becoming quite an issue because the technology is so old. All right, what is that? I go that UG Tempo. Rectos. Just got to remember, because I know y'all are going to want these deck lists in the description of the video on YouTube and such, so they will be there. Oh, might help if I go over the deck list here. Yeah, this is what I put together. I've got discard outlets and lightning axe duress. You can always, I guess, do that to yourself. It's not going to work that well in this build. Faithless Looting, Ransack the Lab, Rotting Rats, just a 2 count there. Shred Memory for our stuff and everything else. But like I said, Ransack the Lab, just tailor-made for this. I go with the Scavenger just because there's so many dudes on the ground in the Swirling Sandstorm package. I like to kind of keep... you could go with Gurmag Angler. I think everybody's ready for that, and this kills it, so it's a little bit of synergy there. All right, what are we playing against? We're playing against stuff that bounces and gets me really upset. So I'm going to bring in all 3 Shrivels. I'd like to bring in 3 Pyroblast too. I really like Smelt because Relic can just destroy us. And so I'm going to bring in 2 of those, and we'll see how we can do here. I'll lose... Not so much spells we're worried about, so I think I'm actually going to lose all my duresses. I mean, if it was an ostracize, might be something there, but I need to make some room for stuff. So, Rotting Rats, good against control, not so much here. Lightning Axe is going to be pretty good. Sandstorm's going to be pretty good. 3 feels really good there. What else we got here? Maybe we lose 1 Shred. And a Tormenting Voice. Let's try this out. All right. last one of the day. Like I said, we'll upload everything, have all these cool deck lists and such at your disposal. The copy, paste, and change as you will. Have a good old time. Mana feels really good here. We've got an answer for the bounceable bouncer. Smelt is too late if relic on the board. Yeah, I just needed something end of turn to get rid of it, because a lot of times it's too late if it's already out there, but if you're holding all the pieces and you want to discard and just go, you've got to have something that just makes them go all in right then and there. So it's the best thing I found. We'll keep. But yeah, if you've got like the combo in your yard and they drop it, then yeah, it's definitely going to be late. But it makes them use it right then and there and not just make you suffer the whole game. Just definitely something that happens. And Ash Barrens. Somebody's got a Karoo land. I think that's the name of them. All right. I'll lose one of these and one of these. I'll go from there. I've already got the Carnarium loaded and ready. Nice play. Probably going to go get an island, I would assume. And here we go. All right. Yep, island it is. There that is. Here we go. We don't really have anything to discard here, so I'll just slow roll this myself. Bring this on back. And we'll wait. Tormenting Voice, probably a land. We don't want to really play that too willy-nilly. We do have Faithless Looting in the sideboard, but as we're digging for our stuff, we got to be careful we keep the synergy alive. T Parado 11. Good to hear from ya. Or see ya, or whatever. All right. We're just going to blow that up. We'll save Shrivel for like a better turn. Let's see. Kill, kill, kill. Gonna lean on swamps more than mountains here because of oh, alrighty. Well, that kind of blows. We don't really have it yet, so we'll let that go. We'll discard the mountain. And alright, well now we've got our stuff, so we can Faithless Loot and go from there. Always seems to have enough discard there. Like I said, Relic or Faerie Macabre, very big enemies for this list, as is Waterfront Bouncer. Yeah. Ooh, So Shiraz, earlier you were saying something, I think it was your girlfriend is a bartender, or I didn't quite catch that. That could be a slippery slope, for sure. Arrogant Worm showing up. All right. So if we do drop into an Exhume, we're all set. My dad's new girlfriend owns a pub. Oh, okay. Yikes. Got to pace yourself when you have that kind of family lineage going down with the convenience factor, right? All right. Shrivel's on board. So we've got an answer to that. I'd really like to mop up a Root Walla while we're at it, but okay. Let's loot. I mean, we've got it. They haven't shown us Relic yet. We'll throw these out. We'll throw this out. And we'll try to do stuff next turn. Granted, we still have to draw the thing, right? But they like a drink, yes. Good thing to like when you're 80. Something's going to get you. Might as well have a good time, right? Okay. As we take 5. Oh, look at this. All right, now he's got the respect. We shall see. Oh, you know what? Oh, no. I was going to say I neglected white. I didn't play white, but I did. And I played every single color. Wait, no. Yeah, here's black. Okay. I didn't mean to do that, but it's pretty cool. Got the whole Roy G. Biv Rainbow going down. Neil Tyson would be proud. Okay. Options. What we really need to find Ransack the Lab shows up. All right. Always careful when you cast this. You really got to click slowly. Put one of them into your hand and the rest down. All right. So we'll end of turn Pyroblast and might be able to make this a thing. I'm still single, but I also want to drink. Hence, always ending going home with one of my sister's mates on these occasions. Hex and Rouge, was that earlier or just now? Or because I've got the mountain available. I always like that snow-covered forest. Looks like one of the more realistic ones. Some weird Easter Island head. Alright. Arrogant Worm is doing some work. Too bad it's on my face. Discard a card to regenerate the gnomes. Okay. A lot of discarding going on here. I'm going to destroy this. Hopefully. If it eats a counter, we've got Shrivel. Problem is, Exhume is going to bring back the problem. What is this new devilry? Obsessive Search. It's all in on the madness train. Boy, I can't say I've seen this anytime soon. Regenerate the gnomes. Boy, that'd be kind of creepy. Some unicycle-looking copper dude. Hear the squeaky wheels coming up in that dark alley at night. Some little metallic man. I lost my place. What in the hell just happened? I killed it. Where did it go? I missed. I was too busy talking. Well, we still got this. There's no creatures in the yard. We've got. Let me double check. Dragon Breath. We've got Omog. Let's go. Ooh, the worm shows up. This is going to be close, because if we have to defend that with that, we're going to be at 1 life. Scary. Down it comes with the regeneration. We've got this here. Yes. We'll attack here. Thank you, Hexen. Yeah, like I said, I'm too busy trying to chat my way through everything, and gotta remember to pay attention. So that's that. We're gonna take 8. I'm gonna rock this. Let me bring a. This might be a bit of a misplay here. We probably should have seen what we got first. Not that we're really hurting for stuff to throw out. Well, that's going to make things fun, isn't it? All right, let's toss this and this. Yeah, so next turn we'll drop the Sandstorm, and we might be able to have enough here. Can't trigger a Apostle's Blessing to save our life, though. He's got a Giant Growth or any sort of combat trick, we're dead here. Or if he has a Hydroblast, we're in big trouble. What do we got here? 1 life. He's at 20. It's madness, I tell you. Okay, let's try this. Doink. Woo! We're gonna get away with it. Has it got any tricks? Huh. Well, we can't even play this, so might be time to ransack the lab. What? Is there an instant? There are a few, but let's see what we can get here. That feels pretty good. We'll bring this back to our hand and go like this. I love winning with 1 life. It always feels so dramatic. Does Fuji Purple have the answer? Maybe like an unsummon Vapor Snap. Or, hey, alright. So that'll do it for today, guys. We're going to roll to a few more things here. And I guess I can go over the list real quick. I mean, we saw a little bit of it there, but this Crusher list really leans on Apostle's Blessing to keep everything else alive. And Sandstorm's main. Good times. Fuji Purple, you too, my friend. Yeah, that's Sandstorm. That's, if you look at the list, it's like Rotting Rest doesn't care if it dies. I can keep things safe. And then that's why I'm running Scavenger, because it trips on the Dragon's Breath too and is able to usually keep this relevant. I think I used to run like 3, but this thing sees so many cards that you're almost always seeing it. And if you're not, you just pitch it and have a good old time. So, hey, everybody, that's going to do it for today's Propaganda. Hey, we got like 10 decks to choose from. Very cool. If you'd like what the opponent was playing, send us an email, propaganda@gmail.com. I'll contact the person. Maybe we can find you the list. If not, there's plenty to choose from here. Keep on popping. We're going to roll to a few here, and we'll see you next time on Propaganda. Sister 1 in the house. GG. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Adios.